I was born my papa's son. When I hit the ground, I was on my run. One right hand, another behind. You can have yourself, give me mine.
Of course, I'm a one-man think tank. Hold on, I'm getting something. Something's coming through. Who writes this crap? Country music just lost a legend, Little Jimmy Dickens, the 4'11" country music singer. He just died at age 94. But the thing about Little Jimmy is he had the best song titles ever. Like, Take an Old Cold Tater and Wait, Side Meat and Cabbage, When the Ship Hits the Sand, Who Licked the Red Off Your Candy?
I can feel a good one coming on.
And everybody knows how the Obama administration has destroyed NASA. You know, it's a Muslim outreach now. And, you know, and it was actually one of the few government programs that provided a benefit to society over the years. But anyway, it's just gone too far, and this is just way too far. This image here is supposed to be a view of the Milky Way from the surface of Mars. Everybody knows the Milky Way ain't that color. Well, it's stupid. And in our Where Are They Now segment, this past year we spotted former Secretary of State Colin Powell hanging out with that lovable lunatic, Louis Farrakhan. Y'all remember Colin? But Colin, that sure is a bummer of a first name to have growing up, ain't it? And I know you're asking yourself, is he named after colon as in the grammar symbol, or colon as in the fecal processor? We report, you decide.
Candy Grandpa Mango.
Everybody's seen Grumpy Cat. Now, I never was really a fan until I saw this one. Should the government? No. And welcome to Intellectual Froglegs.
And welcome to Intellectual Froglegs 2014 Year in Review Special with Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet, Sammy, the cross-dressing goat, the Karl Marx dancers, and now, your host, Bob Eubanks.
Stop!
Okay, this is not really the year in review per se. We just love Bob Eubanks. I mean, well, see, he was like great. Anyway, we're going to have some fun here. Make sure you're strapped in. And this episode's been musically enhanced for your listening pleasure. One of the highlights of 2014, of course, was Naked Picturegate, where, you know, you had celebrities that had their naked pictures stolen and posted up on the interweb. But you know what? Here's a nice rule of thumb that I've always tried to live by. If you don't want people to see something, don't take a picture of yourself doing it. But doesn't it seem like we're putting too much trust in the security of the internet? I mean, in addition to Sony and these celebrities, we've had major data breaches at Target and Apple and Home Depot and P.F. Chang's and Neiman Marcus, and no doubt some other companies that haven't admitted to it yet.
If you feel like a room without a roof, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Okay, now this is old, but it's still good. In fact, there's a lot of old things that are still good. Anyway, a little girl was talking to her teacher about whales. The teacher said it was physically impossible for a whale to swallow a human because even though it was a very large mammal, its throat was too small. The little girl said, well, Jonah was swallowed by a whale. Irritated, the teacher reiterated a whale could not swallow a human because it's physically impossible. The little girl said, well, when I get to heaven, I'm going to ask Jonah. And the teacher, now exasperated, said, well, what if Jonah went to hell? The little girl said, well, then you ask him.
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade.
Now it seems Mike Huckabee's going to be joining Jeb Bush and Chris Christie and Mitt Romney on the list of who's who should not be running for president. Go away. Maybe Mike Huckabee can secure the nomination by playing some really wicked cool bass line. We need a conservative. We need conservatism. But now, see, Obama says since he's been president, we're less racially divided, although it might feel like we're not.
It's understandable that polls might say, that race relations have gotten worse.
Kind of like how the global warming doesn't really feel like it's global warming. You know what, talking to a liberal is like having to slap a TV several times to get a picture, And you try to ask a liberal something specific, you will walk away with a headache and a bewildered look, I'm telling you.
I'm going to court next week. I have been selected for jury duty. It's kind of an insane case. 6,000 ants dressed up as rice and robbed a Chinese restaurant.
Come on, baby. Take a slow out me.
CBS just reported on a Kwanzaa parade that didn't happen. But why not? A pretend parade for a pretend holiday made up by a felon who beat women with electrical cords in the mid-60s. I want to make up a holiday. Heck yeah. But we want to think about it, but there will be bacon.
He said a black Messiah is gonna set the world on fire.
This is the moment when the rise of the oceans began to slow and our planet began to heal.
But think about it, all of the traditional media that we grew up trusting has betrayed us. All of them, from 60 Minutes to the network news, and now virtually every major newspaper is a big government hack. And then Newsweek, my goodness, they're nasty. They just did a hit piece on Christianity and the Holy Bible. And not just an article, but a front page feature referring to us as God's frauds. We're cafeteria Christians who we don't understand the Bible because, well, we never read it.
The article starts out saying, quote, they fall on their knees worshiping at the base of granite monuments to the Ten Commandments while demanding prayer in school. They gather in football stadiums by the thousands to pray for the country's salvation. They are God's frauds, cafeteria Christians.
But you know what? There's nothing objective about this Newsweek piece. The author has no desire to balance it or to know the truth. But look who it is that's always full of hatred and venom. It's not the Christians. This is an angry, bitter little man who needs to be smacked. He got his facts wrong. He considered no intelligent rebuttal. And then he plasters this slanderous article with pictures of the Westboro Baptist and snake handlers. Yeah, that's us, yeah. And then he attacked Sarah Palin. Not the high princess? What? There's something wrong with these people.
Why don't you say I'll be calling you a radical, a liberal, oh, fanatical criminal.
Savior of the universe.
And it's such an intentionally vicious attack against Christianity that if for some reason you still subscribe to this magazine for your home or office and you consider yourself a Christian, you need to cancel. You need to cancel it now. Then on the flip side, best-selling author Eric Metaxas, he's a funny guy too. He's a host of Socrates in the City. But he just wrote an article for the Wall Street Journal called Science Increasingly Makes the Case for God. Insert gasp now. And I have a link to it over the website. As it turns out, rumors of God's death have been greatly exaggerated.
Go tell that long-tongued liar, go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell him that God's gonna cut him down, tell him that God's gonna cut him down.
And I guess everybody knows the liberal creed by now. Everything we don't like must be banned, and everything we do like is a human right that must be paid for by others.
In the midnight hour, she cried.
But now, according to our outgoing Attorney General Eric Holder, transgenders have civil rights. I mean, I can't keep up with all this. So we have like half dozen sexes now. So basically, if a dude with a beard wearing a dress comes in and applies for a job, you cannot not hire him because he's a dude with a beard wearing a dress. I'm sorry, your shorthand's just not up to par. Despite those that turn their blind eye to Islam, it is not the religion of peace. It is the dark side of humanity, and it's not a new thing. Even Winston Churchill said, quote, "Islam is as dangerous in a man as rabies in a dog." What's changed? And these liberals and lefties and socialists, whatever you want to call them, they keep appeasing these animals. And look where we are. Remember after 9/11, all these know-it-all liberals were making fun of Bush for having a color-coded terrorist warning system. But guess what? After 9/11, he never had another attack on American soil. But then Obama takes over, now you put in these insane rules. We're not going to say the word terrorist or terrorism, because we want them to like us. But look, then you had the Boston bombers, you had the Fort Hood shootings, you've had beheadings. Americans are dying on American soil, all in the name of this radical Marxist agenda of political correctness. And what do? We open up our borders. Why on earth would we want to emulate the Europeans? They're going broke and they're being overrun by Muslims. You know, and after that horrendous Muslim massacre in Paris the other day, do you know that the politically correct French have unarmed their police? And this unarmed policeman was shot point blank by this Muslim animal. Unarmed police, that's insane. Then I saw this headline that blew me away. It said, U.S. Muslims condemn Paris terror attack and defend free speech. Muslims really said that? Anyway, so I had to chase down that headline, and no, they didn't say that. It was the obligatory statement from the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR. You know, they're the U.S. branch of radical Islam. You know, these guys are affiliated with the nastiest of the nasty. You know, we condemn these violent acts. Wink, wink.
Is a warm gun.
Then you got these left-wing apologists like our president, who keeps releasing these animals from Gitmo, and our media, who protects them. They're absolute fools. Fools. And get a load of this terrorist expert at NBC.
France has a very serious problem with Islamophobia. There are a lot of French Muslims who feel that they are alienated from the society they're in.
Dude is a mental patient. And I am sick to death of hearing, well, most Muslims are moderate. Well, you know what, that might be true, but what the hell does that mean? You know, it's true that most Muslims have not carried out these acts of violence, but how can you possibly know how many silently support them? I would suggest the number is high. They don't speak out. You know, it sure would be a different world today if in World War II our media and government tried to protect the moderate Nazis.
You don't like the way I'm living. You just leave this long-haired country boy alone.
So what do you call a Mexican without a car? Carlos. Stay tuned for viewer mail. And now it's time for some viewer mail. And this is from Gail from Albuquerque. Gail writes, "Dear Joe Dan, I'm a big fan. I have all your albums. You're so handsome and smart, and funny and handsome." Now my husband, who's also a fan, he says he'd like to see you add a pretty girl to the show. Maybe you could even have her on there for just a second. Thanks, Gail from Albuquerque. Well, Gail from Albuquerque, thank you so much, but that would just be a gratuitous gesture. Miss Nussbaum, hi, thanks.
I'm looking for a woman between 6 and 9 human years with hips for bearing the children and that kiss better than camel.
Anyway, I hope you guys will visit the website at intellectualfroglegs.com and look for the red subscribe button on the left side of the page, and I promise you'll rarely get more than one email every 2 weeks, generally. Froglegs are free to watch, but they're not free to make, and that's why we count on you guys for your support. Please head over to the Producers Club fundraiser, and you can be a member for only $5. Yes. The next Producers Club video is scheduled to be out next month, so be a part of it. Join the team. $5. Just look for the Producers Club link at the website or under the video. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope to see you on the next action-packed episode of Intellectual Froglegs. God bless.
As soon as you are